Okay, here we are again, coming down to the wire. Learning Unit 4. Let's take a look at what we have in store for Learning Unit 4. All right, just discussion question, yes, very appropriate. We're going to go into primary and foreign keys. Yes, without these particular, we'll call them organizational objects, it's really hard to understand basically the structure of your table. And yes, in databases, especially relational databases, the tables, those entities is what they're called, are very important. So our discussion prompt is discuss the importance of using primary keys, foreign keys in your database. And you're going to go into relationships and cardinality and normalization, all the fun stuff about databases. All right, that's our discussion question. Please participate in that. That will impact your score quite a bit if you just ignore that. All right, let's move ahead. Look at that. Not that many activities at this point. You're probably exhausted, but you can make it. You made it this far. Please push ahead and make it through the remainder of the course. Just 2 weeks to go. All right. So as far as the activities, our first one is looking at referential integrity. Sounds very complicated, and that's constraints. And constraints are basically rules that have to be followed or abided by when you're running your queries. And once again, pretty straightforward. Click in, and basically you get, I didn't point this out, instructions right away on this nice little panel here. It tells you where to go to read and what you need to be aware of as you're following instructions. And yes, you hover over your query, you can copy that and add it to your SQL Server environment. Yeah, SQL Server Management Studio, SSMS, it's known as. Remember, you just need to click on, you can watch the video and then click on your virtual environment, turn on your Windows. You'll be so used to this at this point, you won't even realize that you're even having fun. And yes, this is an actual Windows environment. This is Windows. What does this look like? Windows Win 16. We don't have a Windows 16, but if you're curious about the environment itself, that's kind of your File Explorer. Going back to older versions of Windows, I'm not sure if you can actually dig into some of the parameters of the virtual machine, but before I break something, if you click on the little Windows, if you remember that, you probably have used Windows before. Remember, this is an actual desktop that you can go, and I'm just going to go through a couple things if you're curious as to what the parameters are. I don't know if it'll allow you. Oh, it actually does. So a quick lesson on Windows. If you're curious about what type of an operating system this is, and I went through the system and about, you see that this is U-Certify, and it's a 64-bit, and it's Windows 10. It's been a while since I've been on Windows 10. But anyway, if you're curious about that, basically that's the environment that you're looking at. And make sure you close the windows if you open it. Once again, don't forget to go through the exercise, evaluate. You can even show the explanation here, which is what you're looking at there. Evaluate, which is it's asking them to check to see that you finished the exercise correctly. And of course, yours will not say incorrect, right? Because you're going to finish them. And then make sure you close the window itself. Of course, don't forget to start the SSMS, which is this little icon up here. And then, yes, you can close the window. We're not going to record our answer because we didn't actually do the exercise, but that's a good reminder. We'll not allow you to close it until you record your answer, because that's what creates the score to pass back to Canvas. Of course, we get the nice little banner. you're not going to get that at all, right? You can close the tab, back to Canvas, back, and feel like you've experienced a success and you're ready for that final charge, the final week. Right. So hang in there, you're almost done. On to the final week.